I show you all of the ins and outs of owning and operating a board and train kennel for special needs dogs. I am a professional dog trainer with over a decade of experience specializing in positive reinforcement and fear-free training techniques. So if you enjoy that sort of thing, go ahead and click the like button and subscribe for more content. Today, I am working on some barriers that I use in the kennel. We just recently got this straight edge thing. I don't know what it's called, but it is so you can cut a straight line. And we haven't even gotten the saw in the mail yet for this saw thing, but I was so excited about it that I decided I needed to try it out. And about 4 years ago, when we opened our kennel, I built these barriers, but I just took a 4x8 sheet of plywood and cut it in half. So these barriers were 4 foot tall and a little bit more than 3 foot wide. So they're kind of big and bulky and hard to move around. And I decided to cut them down to 3 feet wide, which has worked tremendously well. They're so much easier to move around, and they're almost exactly half the width of our kennels. Our kennels are 6 foot wide, and so I can just slide them back and forth, which I'll show you a little bit later. We use these barriers so that dogs don't have to look at each other when there's a dog moving around. I spent a lot of my career working in animal shelters, and dogs don't really like looking at other dogs when they themselves are caged. They don't even really like looking at other dogs that are in cages. So we make sure to cover up any dogs that are in cages when we move the other dogs through the kennels so that we keep everyone as low stress as possible. That is one of the biggest missions of our kennel, is to provide a low stress environment for the dogs that come to stay with us. Most of the dogs that come and stay with us have anxiety, they're fearful, they might be aggressive or reactive. This is my personal dog, Lily. She works in the kennel. Why is she so cute? She's just the best. And on this particular day, there weren't any other dogs in the kennel, so it was a perfect day for a construction project. Trying to keep it lighthearted with a little dance break. And at this point, I'm just kind of piddling. Like, I want to be productive and be out here hanging out with dogs, but it's just so hot. So anything I can do to stand in front of this fan. Lily too. She's like, I'm just going to stand in front of this fan while you finish up. Going to tidy up. Lily's a mess, and she's the only dog in the kennel. She gets to use the whole place, and she wants to bring all her toys and blankets out in the middle. You can see our barriers here on the right and left side. When we originally opened, we only had the 4 kennels there on the right, and we've since added the kennels on the left. And we used to have, all of our barriers were 2 pieces of plywood with a piano hinge in the middle to make kind of a V shape in front of each one of those kennels. But since we've expanded, we really need something that sits more flush against the kennels. So that's what we have done here. I've taken the piano hinges off, and we're using kind of these barn door bracket things to slide them back and forth, and they work really, really well. So these are the barriers that I just cut, and we still have a couple with the piano hinges on it. Here is one, and I'm going to use it just to get Lily in because she doesn't always love to go back in her kennel, but her food is in there, and Chai, my German Shepherd, will also want to eat her food. So I'm going to put Lily in her kennel with her food, and Chai is just going to sit here and hang out with her in the cool air conditioning. So thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe. You'll want to ding the notification bell. And if you made it this far, go ahead and drop a dog emoji in the comments, and we'll see you next time.